Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. We had an amazing March Madness. We flew way over past nation quals, and I know Blanca had one of her biggest paychecks as well. I know Danielle, you're always awesome and on track. So I'm super excited. Everybody that's on here. It is April, and just as a reminder, we're all registered for GTC, right? That's why we're on this Zoom tonight. I wanted to share with you as an intro, I wanted to share with you on why your whys, why you are here, right? From the book, Get Over Your Damn Self. I'm just gonna share really quick points of what she says as a reminder for those of us who have been doing Arbonne is we already know that we need a bulletproof why. And I can't wait to hear all of your whys that are brand new starting this business, because our whys are so important. Those are our stories. We get to tell our story and other people's stories in this business, but your why, it has to be bulletproof to get you through the tough times. And tough times are going to be, you know, we go up and down in this business, but as long as you keep level-headed, you're going to be just fine. And that's why it has to be about you in the beginning. But eventually what ends up happening is that our whys evolve along with our businesses, and the key to consistent growth and not stalling out is to continually check in with yourself and your priorities. So that's one thing that I wanted to remind you. And then because you're new, a public declaration makes you accountable like nothing else. So with that, if you haven't already, post on Instagram, Insta story, on your Facebook, actual, you know, on your Facebook live, if it has to be live, or if it can be on a video, you can always go back and re-record those. That's what I like to do, and then post it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Danielle, who's going to share quick tips for April.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Hi guys, happy Tuesday. So I'm just going to share a couple of quick tips that we on my team have been doing that have been kind of working for us. You know, things are growing, things are exciting. There's definitely momentum happening, but there's also a lot of craziness in the world, and we need to be sensitive to that. So one of the things that we are doing is, or at least that I'm doing, and it's been working really well for me, is I've just been calling all of my clients and all of my non-working consultants just to touch base with them. So my goal is to connect with 3 a day. So I call until I actually talk to 3 people a day, unless often sometimes I'm talking to one person that ends up taking like an hour, because I really just want to check on them, see how they're doing, see what's going on. If the conversation leads to Arbonne, it usually does. So eventually that comes up because they know I'm their Arbonne consultant. But even if it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just really reaching out to people just to see how they're doing, to see what I can maybe do for them, or even just letting them know I'm thinking about them. Because I feel like so often in Arbonne, we have so many great tools and so many great reasons to reach out to clients all the time, but they hardly ever hear from me unless it's like a special or whatever. And I just want them to know that, and I do think about them even when there's not like a special, and I do care about them, but sometimes I feel like that's the only reason I ever call them. Otherwise I'm just probably like texting. And so I just really want people to know that I care about them as a person, about them, what's going on in their family, wanting to know who they are. So that's one of the things that we've been doing. And it's been really great just to connect with people. I have to say, it's really been good for my soul to take that time and really connect with people. And then the other thing I've been doing is, so those little face masks, and I think we maybe had mentioned this on the Zoom last week, but Marlene on my team, she mentioned it, and you know, we still have the build for more until April 15th. So if you do a 400 QV order, you get 50% off as a consultant. So those like face masks, the moisturizing face masks that I think Artie, I think you had just used one last week right before our call, and your skin was like glowing. If you get it on the build for more, it's $5 for a consultant. So we've been ordering a bunch of those. I think they might be on back order right now, but just get them ordered, and just delivering them to our local clients. Like I delivered 2 today, just to say thank you for being a loyal client. Hope your family is healthy and well. Like and I put a couple fizzies in, you know, just so that people know that I'm thinking about them. It doesn't cost me a lot of money. You know, it doesn't take a ton of time. People who I have that are good clients that don't live locally, I am going to mail them out. I haven't done any of those yet, But I think Marlene was saying the postage is like $1.10 or something to send them out. So it's just a good way to just reach out to people. And even if you're like, oh, my budget doesn't allow me maybe to send out the face masks, you guys, I just encourage you to just send a card. You know, you don't even have, maybe put a fizz in it, maybe don't, but just something to just say, thank you for being a loyal client. I want you to know how much I appreciate you. I'm thinking of you. I hope you and your family are doing well. So those are just a couple of the things that we're really trying to make people understand, that yes, we have a business and we are selling products and that's how we make money and this is our business and that's great, but we also really care about them and what's happening in the world, and that we want to be here for them, and that when they think of who can help me, or who could I ask that question, or who knows about health, or who has a business where they're working from home that's still flourishing, like I want to be the person that's on their mind. So I encourage you guys to do that too. And with that, I believe I am passing it to Karina.
Yay! All right, can you guys hear me? Yes, okay. Thank you, Danielle. Those were awesome tips. So I was asked to introduce somebody on my team who's actually in district manager qualifications. She's rocking it out. She's actually only been in business for 2 months, and she's on track to finish DM and possibly go AM quals in the next 90 days. I know I'm manifesting that. So I'll just tell you really quickly how I know Destiny. Destiny and I have known each other for many years. But we recently reconnected through Arbonne, and I was inviting her to healthy happy hours at Artie's house, and she kind of kept blowing me off. And eventually she told me yes, and I said, okay, yay, you're coming. I was there. Oh, she's at work actually right now. So she's such a rock star. I love her. So she came to a meeting and she was actually 1 hour late. But we started a little bit late, and she got there just in time to hear the compensation plan. And she was like, I'm in, So with that, I'm going to pass it over to her, and she's just going to quickly share some tips, what she's doing to go DM and beyond. So take it away, Destiny.
Hi guys, so my name is Destiny. I currently also work at Starbucks. So I started using Arbonne because I have always loved, I started maybe about the last 2 or 3 years, I started looking for more holistic ways to approach just everything in life. And so Arbonne was definitely the way to go. Like Karina was saying, I did blow her off plenty of times before I actually showed up. And I am so glad that she actually got me in then. Because without her, I know that there are a handful of things that I would still be looking for products for and still be struggling with, things like my acne, things like my weight, things like trying to be healthy and fit. So I'm grateful that I started using Arbonne, and I don't know if you guys can see how nice my skin looks right now, but the future. Sorry, I don't know if I'm muted now. Okay, so the way that I've been making sure that I reach out in this time is whenever I see somebody struggling with things like their health or things like using new products, I'm the first to respond, and I'm not scared to share why I started using these things. I'm not scared to send them the product sheet because I'm so proud of all of our ingredients all the time. I feel like whenever we send those out, it's kind of like okay, you want to see what we have? Here you go. There's nothing I have to hide. I let them know, I'm always available for them to reach out. I make sure that I fit Arbonne into my daily life. So I was telling Artie earlier, I'll be sending out something before I leave the house, sending out an invite, sending out a product sheet, sending out something. And then by the time I get over here after my drive, I have a response and I'm able to socialize with them that way. And I've made sure to keep in contact with my friends and also follow up with them, because the more that they see me using the products, the more that they want to know what it is that I'm using and what's making me so.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, am I back? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. Where do I see myself with Arbonne? If I continue with Arbonne, I know that my overall happiness is just gonna improve so much more. My peace of mind is one of the things that I can't struggle and I can't stress enough. As like rapidly improved with Arbonne in this time where we're worried about income, where we're worried about where we're going to get our next paycheck from, or worried about our health. I'm not concerned with any of that. I've actually been the most calm person, not only in my work environment, but in my household. And I'm happy to bring that, and I'm happy to share everything this company has done for me and everything that they'll continue to do for me. So thank you guys for having me tonight.
I think I'm next, right? I'm introducing Heather. So my name is Ashley Morin. I'm an area manager. I'm stationed here in Oceanside, California with my husband. Stationed. We're military. We're originally from Portland Northwest. So I'm going to introduce Heather LaRue tonight. She is in strong qual for district, like any day now she's going to finish. And something really interesting about Heather is she was part of my business 8 years ago, you guys. I've been in Arbonne 10 years. She was a strong district manager. She was young, I think 18. I think she literally signed up on her 18th birthday. You can verify that with your story, Heather. But that being said, you guys, people come and go in this business. Heather's been a great client, a great product user since then. And then something shifted. I'm going to let her say her story. But the reason that you guys don't need to quit your businesses is because people come back. And if you're not there, they're going to come to someone else's business. So keep rolling. And I'm so happy this happens to me. And I'm sure a lot of other people in Arbonne who've been in a long time all the time, and how they come back and they really rock it out. So with that being said, Heather, I'm going to let you just wow them with your energy. You guys are going to see exactly why she's going to be an area qual next month or this month. So go, Heather. Maybe. Hello? I don't even see her on the call. Blanca?
Thank you. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Am I here again?
You're there.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It's the Wi-Fi. I swear the Wi-Fi is going crazy. But yes, thank you, Ashley. My name is Heather, but you can also call me Hey. That's what everyone calls me. And yeah, I signed up in Arbonne when I was around 18 years old. I was a baby. And the whole reason why I stopped, why I chose to jump and go all in recently, was because I had a lie in my head a long time ago that I thought I couldn't do anything else, that I had to only do Arbonne, and that's a complete lie. I love being with Arbonne because it's something I get to do within every natural part of my life, and I absolutely love it. It's the best decision I've made, and I mean that, especially during everything going on in the world right now. But I'm really happy that Ashley kept going strong, because I was basically at Ashley's feet like, help me, I need you. But I've been really enjoying the process of jumping back in, and I have a few things that I wanted to share that I've been keeping in the front of my mind during everything that's going on in our world. And I just broke it down into 4 simple things, and it's intentional learning, goal setting, active communicating, and purposeful resting. And how I've been keeping active myself the last 2 months is every nook and cranny of my time, I've been trying my best to learn. If it's listening to 1,000 different Zoom calls, or if it's just listening to an audiobook more about business, that's what I'm fitting into the nooks and crannies, in the car, in the shower, on my walks, wherever I go. I'm just trying to always be learning. And that also goes into me always asking Ashley and Blanca a million questions. I'm always calling them and just asking them 1,000 things of how I can do better. And goal setting. I love having my goals right in front of me. And I brought my goals to Ashley, and she was like, you need to have bigger goals. You need to have better goals. So I'm like, okay, you're right, Ash. I'll up the game. I will up my goals. But I keep my goals on sticky notes in multiple locations, so that way they're just in the forefront of my face. Because moments where I get discouraged, I'm like, you have goals, and it's time to meet them. And that goes with my intentional goal setting. And then active communicating, I just try my best to always be communicating to so many different people every single day. I know we can't see everyone in person nowadays, but there's text messaging, there's Zooms, there's FaceTimes, there's DMs, there's posting on social media. There's so many ways that we also get to communicate with people. So I'm really just trying to be active in my communicating. And the last thing that I've been doing is just being intentional with the type of resting that I'm having, since all of our schedules are probably so different than what they were a few months ago. I'm trying my best to make sure I'm having intentional time to rest, turn everything off, and so then that way I can immediately go all back in and work and hustle and just enjoy everything I do. But that is what I've been doing the last few months, and I've been loving it. And it's intentional learning, goal setting, active communicating, and purposeful resting. But that was mine. And next, I believe I'm jumping back to Miss Blanca.
Yes, dear. Oh my gosh, Miss Blanca, it sounds like I'm like a teacher. I have to.
We have Shelby going, and then Liz. Yeah, I'm sorry, I texted you.
Oh no, girl, I didn't see that. Security.
I'm crashing the party right now.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
Okay, well, hi. I didn't really know that I was going to speak and introduce, but here we go. So I'm going to introduce Elizabeth Gijon. I love all the stories so far. This is my favorite. I love hearing from people that are brand new, and I love hearing from people that come back. Like a lot of us here, I'll be 15 years in the business in May, and it always like re-energizes me to hear. Danielle, I loved your points in the beginning. And I love that last point about intentional rest. I think it's so important. So Elizabeth, I love you. I'm so proud of you. She's one of those stories that you never close the door on anybody. You never give up on anybody. It is timing, and the timing has to be right. And you have to remember it's got to be on their time and not your time. So I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to have her share what she wants to share. And I know she's going to close DM this month.
Okay. Can you all hear me first of all?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. So like Shelby said, my name's Elizabeth Gijon. I just wanted to thank you all for being on this call with me. I know each of you ladies' times are very valuable, and I want to respect that. I was actually sent over a list of things to share with you today, but I don't want to take up too much time, so I'll try to make it as short and sweet as possible. So my why, I feel like I have kind of some deep whys. My first one is to value my health and to avoid disease. I kind of grew up in a family where we ate a lot, and I was overweight a lot of my life. And now in my adulthood, I'm making more conscious decisions on how I can be healthy. And with the food that I'm eating, the products that I'm putting into my body and onto my skin, and how those products can give back to the planet as well, with the social issues that we have going on right now too. I also see Arbonne as a vehicle that can allow me to fulfill some of the big dreams that I have. One of them being is to retire my mother. Another one being retire from the 8-to-5 lifestyle. I've been working since I was 18 years old. I did the whole full-time college, full-time work deal. I burnt out pretty quickly. And then I discovered network marketing, social marketing fairly early in life, as well as at 20 years old. I've actually done 2 other different network marketing businesses, and I completely love social marketing. But I didn't find the correct company in which I felt like I could flourish in. And Arbonne has really been that company as of recently. And I'm so grateful that Shelby was always reaching out to me and communicating with me and never gave up on me. And I feel like that's one of the most important things that we can do as a consultant, to help keep your consultants that you're bringing in encouraged and motivated. I also see Arbonne as a willable asset in business for my life, because I do want residual income to allow me to break free of the 8-to-5 lifestyle. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I've experienced it, and I just feel like it doesn't go with my personality and my goals and my dreams. Some hesitations that I had at first, First and foremost, let me just be as transparent as possible. The first one was, am I willing to commit? Because I'm the kind of person where I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah, I want to share it with everyone. But sometimes my focus can be on so many things at once that I'm not willing to commit to just one thing and go for it, which I feel like recently that's what I've been doing differently. And it's really starting to manifest and come to fruition. Another hesitation that I had at first was my lack of personal development. I was constantly asking myself, do I have what it takes to be successful in this business? Yes, I see everyone else having success and I see the business system, but do I see myself doing it? Honestly, that's as transparent as I can be. Some activity that I've been doing as of recently, I would say in the past month or two. Keep in mind, I do work an 8 to 5. I work 5 to 6 days a week, depending on the week. So it definitely is a nook and cranny type business. When we say that, we're not saying it just to say it, but this is what we're doing. So I make sure to post on at least 2 social media platforms, at least 2 or 3 times a day. And I DM, FaceTime, text message, or DM through any social media at least 4 people a day. And I try to do that 6 times a week. And I didn't really go through the numbers until now, but if you add that up, that's 24 people a week, and there's about 4 weeks in a month. With the exception of this year, we have 53 weeks. And that's 96 people a month. So the question is, are we reaching out to people? And we have to remember that some will, some won't, and if they don't, not to take it personally. And for the people that show interest, I automatically think, okay, how can I show that I care about them, as a person, keep them encouraged? Are they going to be a retail client, a preferred client, or a consultant? And one thing that I've been very mindful of right now, because I'm fully aware that I have not been recruiting many consultants right now, is my own hesitations that I had to get through. And do they see the business opportunity? I see the Arbonne business kind of like a bar of gold. Not everybody is going to know what to do with that bar of gold. So I'm just having that mindful approach, that careful approach. And I also have to remember that whoever I bring into this business, I'm also responsible to hold them accountable to what they're doing, just like Shelby's responsible for me. And all of you ladies who have amazing sponsors are responsible for you as well. Should I go through my 5-year vision too? I feel like I've already talked a lot.
You're good. Why don't we, I think we have one more person, but that was what you shared.
Okay.
We're going to have you on though some more because you're amazing.
Thank you. All of you ladies are amazing.
You have to read the chat. I think Angelina's going next, right, Blanca? And then you are. Angelina Torres.
Okay, 1 minute.
I believe you, girl. I believe you.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to
Can I go now? Okay, let me bring on. Okay, here we go. So, all right. So, Angelina Torres is also our sideline sister. She is direct to our Chola, Claire Rizzoli. And by the way, this is the Arbonne logo, y'all, right here. Okay, let's get it together, right? And she is brand new, and that's the topic here. Newbies, right? Newbies that are, feeling the fear, but doing it anyway. So take it away, sister. Go. Just unmute. There you go.
Sorry. Yeah, I got it. Okay, sorry. So my name's Angelina Torres. By trade, I'm a chef. I recently went vegan like 5 months ago. So with vegan, I see you. With vegan lifestyle, you have to pay attention to everything, the ingredients on everything, because you can be an unhealthy vegan. And I want to be a healthy one. So I got introduced to Arbonne. Actually, it was Claire Rizzoli's mom that I met, that is my neighbor. And I was talking to her about how I was looking for a part-time job, but, I'm not seeing what I wanted because my goal, I have 3 boys. and I'm married. And, you know, teenage boys, you got to keep an eye on them, you know, teenagers, period. So I wanted to be home more with them. And so Claire's mom said, you know what, my daughter is doing something and I know she's successful at it. So how about I share your number? And so she did. Claire called me that day. When I got introduced to the products, I said, well, wait a minute, I'm new, I'm a vegan. If this isn't vegan, I don't want anything to do with it. And she was like, I was pleasantly surprised because it's vegan, it's clean, sustainable, as you all know. It was amazing. So I had one hitch because I was like, I'm looking at the products and I saw stevia on the products and I was like, I hate stevia, I don't want anything to do with it. I was pleasantly surprised after buying the protein shakes that it was absolutely delicious and I enjoyed them. So I'm like, okay, let's see. I was fearful, but I didn't want fear to be the thing that stopped me from joining and actually trying and giving it my all. So I've been doing it for 2 weeks. I made 2 sales. That was very exciting for me. I'm hoping to make more. I'm by nature an introvert, so this is actually helping me to open up more. It's actually weird how it's changed me in a very short amount of time. I'm doing a lot of personal development, meeting a lot of wonderful people. Actually came to Artie and Blanca's like training a few weeks ago, and they really motivated me and I liked them, and I had to reach out to them and tell them how awesome I thought they were. And so far it's been amazing. It's an alignment with what I'm trying to do, and I want to learn more about vegan food. I'm a chef, but I know there's a lot to learn about vegan lifestyle, so I actually want to get a certification in that. My immediate goal is to get more preferred clients. That is what I want to do. I'm getting a lot of people trying it, but you know, I want to build that, and I want to build a team. Eventually, I like to start a vegan school for kids and teach people that, you know, vegan lifestyle can also be flavorful and healthy. I've actually been teaching my kids during this week, so it's been pretty cool. That's it. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much, Angelina, for contributing. So you belong to us now. You are welcome to our calls and to our everything that we do, and take a slide and jump in there and be the VP already, because that's how we roll here. We start just going. Today I use the analogy of the little kids that when they're little girls or when we wear the heels that don't fit us, right? I used that analogy before. You walk like you're a baby colt, but you own it. You're like, nothing to see here, folks. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That's how you get better at things. So thank you for that contribution. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to close this out with something that we have a name to it now. We've done this many times, but now there's a name to it. I just have to get this out of my system. Won't you get me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Okay, there. I had to get out of my system. Yes, let's shake it off, because that is the energy we have to have while we are quarantined in our homes. We're like, get me out of here. So how do you sound when you're making your phone calls? Hey girl, how are you? Yeah, I've been in my house, in my robe. Yeah, I know, huh? It sucks. No, we can't do that. Shake it off, dance around, do what you gotta do, crack up, pick up the phone. Hey girl, how are you? Hey, you sound different, okay? So I had to get that one out of my system because it was like right here, and I'm like, oh. Okay, so it's out. Those of you that know me, it's necessary. So I wanna talk about goal slicing. Everything we talk about, like, yeah, how many people are we getting in front of? How many people are we doing a presentation that we're sharing Arbonne and its 4 components? Okay, are we jotting them down? Are we using our 7 daily method for success, 7 daily missions for success, where we mark down all the things we're doing? Are we 40 faces? So today is the 7th? Yes? Okay. From the 1st till the 7th, what's your number? How many people have you reached out to regarding Arbonne? According to 7 daily missions for success, we should be reaching out to 5, right? 5 people a day. What is that number for you? Again, you don't get fired, you don't get in trouble, calm down. Security is not coming, you're gonna be fine. But if you pretend that security is coming, it's gonna take you away, then maybe you'll probably start working a little more. I don't know what that thing is for you, but stories, we work in stories. So accountability, I love how Elizabeth was, pretty much calling herself out. Can you call yourself out on this? Because that's important. She's like, I'm gonna be transparent. That's what we have to be, transparent with ourselves daily so that the real work can show. Otherwise, we're just sitting here every Tuesday getting together like, hey girl, I love your hat. Hey girl, you look cute, We built this community, but we're building a business too. And so you can also hold yourself accountable with numbers. Okay, the numbers are gonna show up. Don't obsess over them. If your numbers are low, don't tell yourself a story that you suck. And then when you tell yourself that story, then you feel crappy, and pretty soon you're sitting this way, and you don't produce amazing things when you're sitting this way. So look at the numbers as you're working your business, and they go in, be like, all right, yeah, I did that. Da-da-da, doing your thing. Yep, I did that. I'm very animated because I have to somehow, I don't know, that's how my brain works, animation. I might turn into a cartoon pretty soon, oh my gosh. So that's the important thing, write down your goals. But if you guys were on that call, Donna Johnson's Goal for Gold last Saturday, I forgot the trainer's name, but her topic was called goal slicing. It's what we do already. I just love that there's a name to it. It's so exciting. But if you go to the app, where's my app? I wrote it down here. Google Notekeeper. Okay, for those of you that have an iPhone, you can use your regular notes, okay? But I think it's best if you go to the app, Google, shoot, I wrote it down here. Google Notekeeper. I think that's what it is. Artie, I think I texted it to you. You can just type it in there. It's free. So you want to slice your goals daily. So if you know your numbers right now, let's have an idea of an estimate of how we're going to close our month. Whatever you have right now, let's pretend it's, I don't know, I need a calculator. I'm not even going to pretend, okay? Forget it. I'm not even going to do math in my head. I'm not going there. I was doing fractions with my daughter, and I'm like, what? Okay, no. Whatever you have now, divide it by 7 days, because today's the 7th, okay? Whatever your numbers are showing right now, divide it by 7 days. So there are 30 days this month.
Let's just say 2,000. Make it simple.
Okay. Let's pretend you're at 2,000, and divide it by 7 days.
It's 285.
Times 30 days this month.
So your projected QV is 8571.
Okay, 8571 QV. If you stay where you at right now and you're consistent like that, and you're doing your due and the numbers at this pace, that's how you're gonna close. It's nice to see a number to be like, okay, so then you rewind daily and kind of break that down, like, okay, I should help more people. 30 days to healthy living. Thinking Fit Kits, that's 317 QV. Helping 10 people, that's your 2,500 QV brick, if you break it down that way. So you break it down into 4 weeks. So what is your goal? If you're a district manager, and you want to earn your district manager bonus, you want to do 5,000 QV. Let's pretend 5,000 QV is your goal. Divide it by 4, right? Is that 1,250?
I'm sorry. What was the fraction, or what was the
5,000 QV you want to make happen divided by 4?
Oh, 1,250.
All right. Ooh, okay. 1,250 is what you want to make happen a week. All right. So you go to this app. Okay. If you want to be held accountable, here it goes. This is the big leagues now. Whoa, it's getting scary. Who's gonna do it? Who's not gonna do it? Who's scared? Who's scared? My accent came out. You're gonna go to that app. You're gonna go to your sponsor. On that app, you're gonna copy and paste the template that says my QV goal is, let's say 5,000. April 1st, April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. QV goal by the 7th is 1,250. The 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, 12th, 13th. By the mid-month, I'm doing another 12, whatever. the next number is. So you're going to be at 2,500 middle of the month. At the very end of the month, 5,000. So you're working your business, you sell a fit kit, you do your thing, you look at your numbers. At the end of the day, you look at what the goal is, whatever you're at. So take, I guess, 1,250 the first week minus whatever you're at now. You're going to put it in real time. So when you put it in real time on your notes, you add, like if Artie is my sponsor, I'm going to add her as my contact, and she's going to have that same app. So all of a sudden on her app, there's going to be my square, Blanca's goal slicing, goal 5,000. So she's going to see what I'm doing in real time. It's going to update in her phone. Get it? You can clarify as areas we're looking at central. You can look at whatever you want, Shelby. You can, if truthfully, you can look at the overall picture. If you're a brand new consultant, clearly it's just you, whatever you're making happen. My goal last month was to do in my own central district over 10,000. With half of that, I wanted that to be me, at least me with new stuff. And so we did, I did a little over 10, it was like 10,900 and whatever. Half of that was my repeat shoppers, repeat clients, blah, 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 consultants that are happy as a consultant. But that other 5K came from my own work, and I was tracking my own work. So you can do your central district, your central area, you can do all of it, whatever it is. You're always tracking your work and you want to be participating in that. But the great thing about it is that when you're at the end of the day, you're like, all right, here's where I am now. You know, your sponsor is going to be getting that update. See, so they see it too. I send mine to Cherish. She's an RVP on a different team. And I sent her my goal slice. We do this all the time, but now we're using the app because of the call, which is pretty beneficial. So it's this way, like before her and I, our goal is to earn our region bonus of 60,000. And we didn't hit our goal, but we blew past what we normally do because we were holding each other accountable daily. Now I don't have to text her daily. You know, I can just update my app and she's going to see it already. When she updates hers, I see it already. So we're like, okay. And then sometimes she'll text me, and, you know, accountability is important. Look for someone that's working like crazy so that you can kind of like run at their pace. So it's important. Who is afraid of this app here? Nobody, right? This is real. This is so good. I highly recommend you go to Go for Gold on the Facebook page, or you can also download SoundCloud and you can find it there. But if you go to the Facebook page, Go for Gold, you're going to see the and you're going to see, you know, the templates. You can copy and paste it, so it's already done. There's videos on how it's done. You know, it's very simple. But this here is calling BS on yourself, like I do on myself. Like, am I working or not? So me being a VP, I'm gonna do my central district because that's me plus new activity, you know. But then also the bigger picture, I'm keeping an eye on that as well. So lastly, that's it. Regarding that, I'll make sure that you guys have, I'll make sure my team has it and Artie has the links. Angelina, I'll send it to you. I'll make sure we all have that app. Again, you can use your notes on your iPhone, but some people have Androids, you know, and that's okay. So it's better if you just get the app, it's free, and then everyone's on the same page. It's good for constant communication. Each month you're adding new things. The trainer on this call, last year in February, she was a district manager. We are in April and she's now an executive national vice president. She was, you know, jotting all her work, and then her entire team started doing the same thing. Whether their goal was $1,000 that month, 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, whatever that goal is, that's what they were marking down as well. Very important. So when you're reaching out to people, now a little side note on the business, please, like we all said, share with your heart. Don't overthink it. We're wanting to offer something. And one thing that was said on the call was that when this woman was being prospected, she was always very busy. I think it was this one. I probably listened to 10 of them last week. This person was being hesitant with saying yes to even taking a look because she was so busy. And the person said, what are you doing to get less busy? What are you doing to get less busy? Be brave enough, bold enough to tell your prospect that. You know, we're sponsoring people at the heart, and they deserve to hear our heart. And if they're open to taking a look, great, but we're not going to convince them to do this. So goal slice, get your goal slice on. Get your goal slice. Get your goal slice. That's right. Get it on, and get your calendar. Get your 7 daily missions for success. Get the names of the people you're going to reach out to. We have healthy happy hours. We have Discover Arbonne's like 30 times an hour, it seems. We have so many. My kitchen's a mess. It's wild here, but I look fabulous, so I don't get it. No, it's wild, but you know what? We're getting it done, okay? We're going to get it done. I don't know how we're going to come out of this quarantine, maybe like this, or we're going to come out like, hey, however we decide to do it, really log, jog, mark, everything. Just do what you got to do to hold yourself accountable. And I think this app is going to be amazing. And a little extra shout out to my workout accountability, Debbie. Every time she texts me, if I worked out, I get nervous because I'm like, I haven't. She's going to yell at me because I'm so bad. If